What's going on, guys? So my name is Mike. I have a gambling addiction. I'm addicted to gambling. I've been addicted for the past 24 years since I was 16. I have a huge problem, so I'm just on here spreading awareness. I'm going to share a little story with you guys and kind of take you on a day-to-day on how it is for me betting on sports. So first off, I wake up in the morning and the first thing that I would do is I would go to ESPN.com. I would check all the lines, whether it's NBA games, football games, baseball games. I would check all the lines, see what games I like, check the injuries with all the players, etc. So that would start my day off. Now keep in mind, I was doing this every single day. It didn't matter. There's always sports on. There's always something to bet on. So how I was doing it is I had a bookie, and how the bookie works is you're allowed to bet Monday through Sunday, and then on Monday, you square up with your bookie. If you're down money, you pay them the difference. If you're up money, they pay you the difference. I would start my account with $1,000 credit every week. So this is how it typically would go. So Monday morning, when I place my bets, guys, I find out what games they're playing. And normally I do, let's do an example, NBA. So I know that NBA games start at 4 o'clock every single day, and there's usually a night game that starts at 7 or 7:30. So what I would do, I would bet on the first game. So example, I bet $300 on the first NBA game. If I hit, I take half the winning, and I bet on the night game and take profit no matter what for the day. Now, if I lose the 300 on the first game, I typically would bet 600 on the night game. So if it went bad for me and I lost both games, I'd be down $900 real fast. Now keep in mind, this is a week-long thing until I have to square up with my bookie. So now I'm down $900, or I can be up. Now I'm gonna tell you what happens most of the time. A lot of the times, you lose the first two games, you're down $900. Now Tuesday comes around, there's only one of two things you can do. You can bet $900, try to get even. You could bet $1,200, and you could try to make $300 for the week. Or you can grind it out for the rest of the week and try to recover your losses. For me, typically, I would try to grind back. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a lot of the times I'd be grinding back, nickel and diming it, $100 here, $100 there. And sometimes I would grind my whole way back. Other times I would just keep losing, and the debt just would continue to rise. There's been a lot of times where it's been Saturday night, UFC would come on. I would start betting on UFC. Sometimes it would go good, sometimes it would go bad. But typically, Sunday night comes around and I know the next day I'm gonna have to pay the bookie, or I'm gonna have to get paid. So usually on Saturday night, you're either up, you're having a good time, or you're pretty much down bad, or you're grinding to get your way back in there. Let's say that I'm down, which happened a lot of times. I'd be at the bar on a Saturday night, watching UFC, hanging out with some friends, and drinking and gambling don't mix. So the next step, once you're down, you're gonna have to pay the bookie soon. We go to the casino, and guess what would happen? We would lose a lot more there, or we'd get our money back. But most of the time, guys, we would lose. Now here's the thing. I'm just thinking about all the hours and time, that I lost watching all these sports games, gambling every single day. If you think about it from, 4 o'clock in the day until 10 o'clock at night, that's like 6 hours, guys, that I would waste every single day nonstop watching sports. And then you have to count Sunday when, football games are on during football season, how much time I was just wasting. Because football starts at 10 a.m. and it goes all the way till, the night game's at 5:30. So it's a lot of hours. I missed a lot of opportunities. I missed a lot of time with friends, a lot of time with family, just a lot of other things that I could have been doing with my time, and instead I was wasting it on sports betting. you know, and you got to think I was doing this every single day. So if you added up all the hours, you know, it's pretty much a part-time job. It's just time wasted that I'm never going to get back. But, you know, I'm here posting these videos. I'm positive. I'm strong. You know, I have power. This community is strong. You know, all the comments that you guys have been giving me and showing me love is like really helping me. This support system that you guys are giving me in the community, like, it means a lot to me. I come on here and I read the comments, and it honestly puts a smile on my face. So thank you guys for that. Please continue to show the love, because that's what's pretty much helping me get over the addiction. So I remember a lot of times on Sunday night when I'd be down and I owed the bookie a lot of money, and it'd be like 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I would go on my sports app and I would look for something to bet, you know, just a Hail Mary. Like, I don't know anything about Japan tennis, Japan baseball, but it didn't matter to me. I would still place a bet and hope to win. I would check it in the morning, and sometimes I would hit and I'd be like, let's go. But a lot of times we wouldn't hit, and it would just put me in debt even further. So just a little bit of a story on how my day-to-day gambling would go. And I did this for like a year straight, at least. You know, I've been doing it for a long time on and off, but it got really bad, I say, the past year or two. Probably a year or two nonstop. You know, the worst part is the money that I've lost and taking time away from my friends and family. You know, I'd be out at the bar or at a birthday party or hanging out with friends, and I would base my whole day off of how my bets were going. If I was winning, the day was great. I was in a good mood. I was happy. Everything was fine. But, you know, when you get a bad day and you start losing, the day was over. I didn't want to be around anybody. I would leave the events early. I wasn't present. So now I'm going to make myself present, do a better job on holding myself accountable. Once again, thank you guys on the internet. You guys freaking rock, man. The comments are incredible. So if you guys have been going through a gambling addiction, you know, reach out to me. You can message me. We can talk about it. Leave your story in the comment section. Subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. All right, peace out.